Hi, and welcome to another episode of Pop Culture and the Pursuit of Happiness. Today we're going to be doing a really cool unboxing of NECA's Ninja Turtles musical Mutagen tour. This is a very divisive release, which we'll get into in just a second. But beforehand, I just wanted to give a shout out to Mike Fink and Phil's 93. They were instrumental in letting me know where these were. And so yesterday I drove 110 miles round trip in the state of Pennsylvania to pick up this set and two others to fellow fans that will be going out hopefully tomorrow. The reason I say that is obviously Pop Culture and the Pursuit of Happiness is not a name that necessarily rolls off the tongue, but it was very important to me. And before we get into this, I just want to take a few quick seconds to explain where that name came from. So in 2016, my son at the age of 5 was diagnosed with leukemia. And most of the next 2 or 3 years were spent in and out of hospitals. We couldn't enjoy a lot of the activities and hobbies and pursuits that that we get to enjoy most of the time. Just there were limitations on that. I'm happy to report as of November 2019, he is cancer-free, he's in remission, and he's doing very, very well. And so with that, our family has now had the freedom again to go out and pursue the things that truly make us happy. And a lot of that is toy collecting, it's some pop culture, it's art, it's video games, it's TV shows, animation, a lot of the things that people watching this already enjoy. And so kind of as a happy pursuit as a family, we've been really getting into the NECA line, especially the Ninja Turtles, and that spawned this channel, which really aims to put more of a positive outlook on collecting and the hobby industry in general. Obviously right now in the world, we're in a pandemic. There's a lot of really sad situations going on out there, and a lot of people are looking for something uplifting and upbeat, and hopefully this channel can be that, where we can enjoy the things that we really like together and reflect on happy memories and how these activities make us feel, and really just kind of put some positive energy back out into the field. And this release really signifies that, because it was fellow collectors and fellow fans who made this possible by letting us know. And I'm really hoping that this inspires other people to go out there and to, rather than scalping, and I get it, there's a lot of money on the table to be made from it. The 3 sets I picked up yesterday would probably equal almost a mortgage payment if I were to sell them online. But for me, that's not what this is about. This is about sharing really cool, happy memories and creating new ones. And so, again, thank you to Phil's 93, Mike Fink, and for my fellow fans who I picked up for yesterday. Your stuff is on the way. So just say no to scalping if you can. Try to help each other out. And to quote Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other. So without further ado, I know you guys aren't here to see me give a sermon. Let's dive into this really cool, exciting project. So we're going to start first with the outside box. And once again, NECA has outdone themselves. This isn't surprising for a Comic-Con release. Very much a 90s retro throwback to the concert that they had going on at that time. For those of you who don't remember, in 1991, Ninja Turtles were at the peak of their popularity. They were everywhere. They were in the movie theaters. They were on a highly successful toy line. They were on a very popular Saturday morning cartoon show. If you could name a product, there was a Ninja Turtle brand associated with it, probably right down to hygiene products. So that gives you an idea of just how crazy popular they were at this time. And so not surprisingly, the idea came to have them go on a musical tour, which started at Radio City Music Hall in New York City, not far from where I grew up. And needless to say, it was very much a product of 1991. It's very much on the cheesy side. If you check it out on YouTube, it's not hard to find. It's not the easiest sit through to get through. But, admittedly, there's a lot of happy memories for people associated with it, because it was a more innocent time. And it was a time where you could do things like that and just really enjoy the fun of something, no matter how hokey it was. And so these figures are based off of that tour, the Coming Out of Our Shell tour from 1991. Obviously, NECA did not get the licensing to the Coming Out of Our Shell tour name, so it's the musical Mutagen tour, but obviously everything else is based on that. On the back, it's really fun as well. You have a cutout mask that you can use, which would have been very popular for cardboard items at the time. You would have seen things like this. You'll also notice here there's a kind of a fake list of songs that they would have performed. These were not the songs performed during the actual concert, but they're fun, tongue-in-cheek parody songs as well. And then down below you'll see as well they have the names of a lot of the production team at NECA is there, kind of like as if this was a VHS or a movie, some kind of concert tape of that. So with that, there were 2 items in this box. You can get them all in one if you ordered online. We're not going to get into how crazy of a pre-sale that was. We're not going to talk about bots or anything like that. There's plenty of discussion out there about that. But Target also is selling these items as well. Comes with a merch bag as well, with some cool swag that is based off of this. Again, kind of, it's some people refer to it as fake merchandise, but it's really just kind of, just fun in the spirit of this whole concert as well. So we're going to start first with the figures themselves. Full disclosure, I did actually open this up a little while ago because I'm sure you guys don't want to see me having to cut rubber bands or some of the other things. I've already taken up enough of your time, and I'm sure you're waiting for me to get to the point with these figures. So as you can see, comes in an inner box that is designed to look like a touring case, an instrument case. Has some really fun visuals all around it. This would normally be sealed. I took the seals off again so that we could save some time on it. Just fun all the way around. This is a set that does not take itself too seriously. And we're going to get into that a little more in just a second, but let's take a look at the figures here. So as we open this up, it opens up twofold. You can open it up as such. There is an inner plastic case that comes right out. We'll put that there. You can see the backdrop on this. I'm not sure if that's showing up on camera. You can fold this up. It's actually designed to look like a stage. So as you take these figures out, these are figures that are meant to be displayed. You can make it look just like a concert setup. A really cool little feature from NECA. And it's really their attention to details that really make the Ninja Turtle line so wonderful and as popular as it is. So with that, we have our figures here. I'm going to take them all out, keeping in mind that these are so brand new that they are stiff. I have not worked them in yet. Word of caution to anyone who is not familiar with NECA figures, they usually come out of the box stiff. You can't be too rough with them because if you are, you will snap them. The joints are usually very tough. There's a wonderful approach that I take with these figures. You put them in Ziploc bags. Sometimes I will double Ziploc the bags, and I will put the figures in there and put them in very warm water. Not boiling water, but medium hot water in there to loosen up the joints. You let them get warm, and you start working them in a little bit. If you start to meet resistance, you work them in a little bit more so you don't break them. But these are, these are definitely, nice collector items. Right now you can see you have articulation on the wrists. We can zoom in on the figure. You don't necessarily have to, to see me playing with them, but you have the headphones, the headsets, you have hands, you have interchangeable hands here in the packaging. I don't know if you can see that as well. The detail on these things is a lot of fun. You have, obviously, your head moves, you have movements there, wristbands, they bend at the knee, they have their warm-up socks, again, very popular for, that time period. Another thing to keep in mind as well, in some of these cases, you will see little pegs at the bottom. I will tell you that I am someone who personally will put them on stands. I just think it supports them better. You're not putting undue pressure on them. You're not trying to get them to do something that they're not. I know some people are really into doing the poses, and that's cool as well. But that's just something that that I do kind of sparingly, and then will put them in their stands and do it more like display pieces. You'll see on the back here you have mock denim jackets. Again, would have been popular from 29 years ago, 1991. A lot of detail in there, fun, screen printing done on that as well. Here's the cool thing as well. I don't know if you can see this, if you can get in close on the head there. The mouths move as well. The mouths are hinged. Again, I haven't worked this one in all the way, so I'm not going to pull on it too much right now, but that is adjustable as well. Here we have Michelangelo. We have Donatello up next. Again, the jacket design, very much the same, but with their different colors, a few different details around it as well. For example, Donatello has the yin and the yang. You'll see different details on their knee pads, their elbow pads, things of that nature. I will tell you that these figures have gotten a little bit of a mixed reaction online. Some people think they're absolutely hideous. Some people think that they're really cool and really play to a sense of nostalgia. And the truth is that the accurate description of them probably falls somewhere in the middle. It was very specific to a time and place. But I like the fact that it's something different. NECA has done a tremendous job with the movie Turtles. They've done a tremendous job with the animated series as well. This is something different. This is more of a niche. But nobody has the guts to do something like this other than NECA. And I have to give them props for it. I think it's one of those things that is just so kitschy that it's unique and fun. No one else is going to do something like this. And we'll take a closer look at these figures in just a second, 'cause I know you guys are really looking for close-ups. Leonardo, the same thing. Again, you have articulation in the wrist there, in the arm. You would have it in the elbow. You can see it start to move a little bit there. But again, I have to work these in. These are quite literally fresh out of the box. You see things like, the feet get, you probably need to work those in a little bit as well. So it'll take time. Like most releases, these are very stiff. Really neat to see. And then last but certainly not least, Raphael. You can see as well, he has his jacket. And again, you have the hinge mouths, which work as well. Each one is unique onto itself. They're wearing sneakers, par for the course. So, just a very unique set. And then in terms of accessories, you can take a look at this. We have, if you pan across that, we have extra hands. We have their instruments, so we have guitars. We have a saxophone. We have pizza in there. What else do we have? A few other little things in there. That were really just part of that concert. If you want to get in close here, you can take a closer look at the detail on the guitars. Everything, again, very well done. You can see with the guitars, NECA doing its usual, attention to detail on this. They do a wonderful job on production. On the back, I'll turn this over real quick. There are straps for the guitars as well that go around the figures. We'll just remove that there, so you can take a look at that as well. A lot of fun. We'll take a quick close-up look at some of the figures here. We'll start with Raphael. If you take a look at his face, you can see that they're different from even the movie Turtles. There was a very specific design based on the technology of the time. Part animatronic, part traditional costume on these concerts. So the face resembles that. It's not meant to look like exactly like the movie Turtles would have looked. I think NECA has done, again, a wonderful job of differentiating these products. You can see, the mouth is different, with the hinged jaw. The eyes are set further back because that's how they were on the concert, because the actors playing each character would have to have room to see out and see the stage so they didn't accidentally kill themselves by falling off the stage. You'll see the back as well. You can get a look at that jacket. We'll take a look, around, the side. Right now he's in a little bit of a Frankenstein pose. But again, that's just because these are quite literally fresh out of the box. And I really didn't want to make a blooper reel where, we send this out there and someone's arm or leg or foot comes flying off. So there is Raphael. Again, another look at Leonardo. Somehow I just knocked my pencils off the desk there, so I'll be cleaning those up in a little bit. But yeah, you can take a look. You can see some of the details in the jacket. The faces are fairly similar. They're not differentiated like you would see on the movie Turtles. It was a lot of the same basic design on them. I think even some of the markings up top look fairly similar. So, your bandana in the back is solid plastic. It's not the cloth. You do have some ability to move that around a little bit. Again, you have your leg warmers, things of that nature. Those can be adjusted if they get off track. Here his foot is a little awkward in there. That'll be something that we work on as we work through the figures here. Michelangelo, who we looked at earlier, a lot of them have their headsets on. Get a look at that. You can see they are able to hold their weapons, or excuse me, their instruments as well. Underneath is, the shell that you would expect. Sneakers, everything matches, is color coordinated for those who are into that. And then we have Donatello, probably the most underrated turtle. I'm sure he has his fans out there. It gives you a little idea of each one. Again, the jaw can close as well. So those are the figures in a nutshell, and then there is also the accessories pack here, some of the merchandise pack, which some collectors are going to be into, some not so much. I figure if you're going to go for it, go all in. So let's take a look at what we have there. For starters, we have a little bag to put all of the stuff in. Again, designed like something that you would have seen, remember, at Comic-Con, which is what this was initially designed for. On the back, you have the Turtles musical Mutagen Tour 2020. You can see where these were originally expected to be items. You had the San Diego Comic-Con in July, and then the New York Comic-Con in October. So that's really neat. It's kind of a little bit of a plasticky feel, similar to, it has like a weave to it almost, or a weave design, similar to what you would find in a grocery store reusable bag. So that's really neat. You have, just take all this out here, make sure that I grab everything. You have guitar picks, each color for each Ninja Turtle. So we'll take a look at those real quick. I'll just kind of dump those out. Kind of more of a very thin plastic. I don't know if you can see that on there. The fronts are all the same for each one. Looks like a slice of pizza. And then you turn it over, and there's Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello, with kind of each one having their own color and name / signature on there. The signatures are pretty neat. So like if you look, Donatello's autograph has what looks like two bows in them where the L should be. Raphael, he has his sai in there underneath. Michelangelo has his nunchucks underneath his name, and Leonardo has two katanas making up the L in Leonardo there. So that that kind of gives you an idea of that. There is a mock ticket that comes inside of a plastic holder. Get a good look at that. The back has the similar artwork that you see here on the box, so it all matches with that. The front has This particular one has the concert date as the New York Toy Fair, October 8th through 11th, 2020, 7 p.m. Courtesy of Pizza Roof, obviously a play on Pizza Hut. Pretty neat. Has the section, has the surcharges that that would be in there. Again, that's a fun little touch. It's not necessarily everyone's cup of tea, but it's fun merchandise to go with this. This is the Backstage Pass. We'll open that up. That too comes in a plastic bag. This has more of a laminated backstage pass kind of feel to it. So that's your one side. The other side again has the artwork. This one has the dates for for San Diego, California for that Comic-Con, which would have just ended a few days ago under normal circumstances. And then you have the the lanyard holder as well. Certainly fits around your neck if that's how you choose to wear it. And then you have kind of like a concert t-shirt here. You have it where it has the original artwork for the for this whole release. Again, very similar to what's on the other items. Nothing new there. But again, designed to look like something that you would have seen while attending the concert. On the back, kind of like a tour t-shirt, it has the dates for the San Diego Comic-Con and the New York Comic-Con as well. And so, fun little set. The figures themselves retail for $125 at Target. The accessory set is $25, so all in you're looking about $150 for everything that you see here. So the question becomes, is it worth it? So it is if you are a Ninja Turtles fan, if these concerts have unique meaning to you or special memories attached to them, or if you're just someone who says, this is so different and so cool, I have to have it. I will tell you that I was in the age range, probably just a little too old to attend the concert. I was just phasing out of things like that, so I didn't go see it. But I do remember it. And, I love this set again because it is so unique. And, it's representative of the many different lives that the Ninja Turtles have had over their 36 years of existence, from comics to concerts to movies to TV shows. If there was anyone who was going to pull off a set like this, it was going to be NECA. And, I think they did an outstanding job with it. I think they stuck the landing on this, as they've done with a lot of their releases. So they are going to be a little hard to find out there. Some people are having difficulties, but if you see one in stores, I would highly recommend it. Take a look at it. It's one of those things where if you're someone who displays your collection, I'm sure there will be friends and people who come over who will have some connection to this. And it's going to be unique, and it's a fun conversation piece for a very specific and unique time in Turtle history. So with that, my name is Michael, and you're watching Pop Culture and the Pursuit of Happiness. Follow us on Twitter. We are at pop_pursuit on Twitter. Again, that's pop_pursuit. And if you have a chance, please subscribe to this channel. I'll have the cameraman just turn around real quick to just show you some of the things we're going to be reviewing in the coming weeks. I am in the process of redoing my basement. And so I'm setting this up for displays and stuff like that. So we have more Ninja Turtle stuff. We have some Ghostbusters stuff. We have everything from quarter scale from NECA to 1/6 scale from Mondo. We have a ton of stuff there. And more. We're going to be taking a look at some video games, we'll be taking a look at other things, probably some comics as well. So, subscribe to the channel. We have some really fun stuff coming up ahead. I will tell you that our next review is going to be the Igloo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cooler that was recently released. That's a fun and, again, different kind of product that's out there. I should be getting that in the next couple of days, and we'll be posting a video on that. So again, hit subscribe and follow us on Twitter at pop_pursuit. And I look forward to answering any questions that you have and seeing you next time. Have a good one.